If somebody wants to build a coal-powered plant, they can. It's just that it will bankrupt them because they're going to be charged a huge sum for all that greenhouse gas that's being emitted.
There is a war on coal.
We are an army. You guys are the front line. You're the troops in the front line.
Quit straddling the fence. It's either you're with us or you're against us.
Unfortunately, what we've had to worry about over the last 4 years is we've had a federal government that has said, you're not going to mine it.
No coal plants here in America. It's polluting the United States.
When we produce our coal here, it keeps the rates down. We're not relying on going out to another country.
I've got to keep my electric bill low. Coal keeps the lights on.
For the last 4 years, the administration has declared Ohio and neighboring coal-producing states a battlefield, with coal miners as the enemy and coal-fired power plants the targets. There is a systematic process of shutting down the coal industry, and with it, jobs, towns, and America's biggest asset, affordable energy.
This administration has attempted through all means to stop coal production. This was all started when the administration first came into office, when they championed the cap and trade.
In the last 4 years, the Environmental Protection Agency has imposed layers of massive regulations, strangling the industry.
The companies around here are having to shut down. Regulations are so stiff on them, they just can't afford to mine.
Our country depends on coal. Nationwide, 43% of America's energy usage comes from coal. But in Ohio alone, coal-fired power accounts for 78%.
Roughly 50% of this country spends 25% of their disposable income on energy, and electricity is a large part of that. When you get down to the bottom of the economic ladder, the number goes up to 78% of their disposable income. What we're seeing is the people that can least afford to spend more in their electricity rates are the ones that are punished.
It is not just the families that will suffer financial bondage to higher energy bills.
You shut the coal mines down, what do you think it's going to do? It's going to hurt the banks, it's going to hurt the grocery stores, it's going to hurt every local business.
According to Penn State, you have up to 11 spin-off jobs for every one coal mining job. So if you lose 100 coal mining jobs, that number goes up to 1,000 people that are affected.
Coal produces affordable electricity, which will be lost if they're successful in closing a large number of coal-fired power plants by 2015, causing energy costs to skyrocket.
Anything that uses electricity to be produced, the manufacture of cars, the manufacture of steel, well, you drive the price of electricity to the point that it is no longer a cheap energy, then they start looking for other places to put their manufacturing. And this, what you see here today, is what you're going to get all over Ohio. Well, at one time we had grocery stores in this town, we had different restaurants in this town, we had a 5 and 10, we had 2 barbers, we had a dentist, we had a doctor. It was a self-contained town at one time. As you can see, it is pretty much desolate. There's no money being generated, no jobs being generated in this community right now. It has been exaggerated by the war on coal going clear back to the 90s. By driving the price of electricity up, you're not only affecting this area, but you're affecting areas such as Detroit, Cleveland, any manufacturing area where one of the reasons they built there in the first place was because the price of energy was so cheap. If you drive the price of electricity to the point that they can no longer compete, then those jobs will leave not only Ohio, they may well leave the United States. We can lose jobs by the thousands by closing these plants. I see what's taking place here, and I can tell you because I've been through it. Just look at what used to be a thriving village. It's not going to just be here, people. It's going to be everywhere.
I can't think of another industry in America that's done as much for the American people as coal has.
People have never lost hope in America. We've always been the great hope. That's all based upon us having an affordable energy source, and that's coal.
We have over 250-year supply of energy in the ground to be tapped. You cannot lose a third of your production of coal and not think that this administration is doing harm to the American coal industry.
And if Ohio falls, it's like a domino effect. We're all going with it.
They take their life in their hands every day. They go out there and they do it for their family, and they do it for their country. They go out there and do it because they love it.
When you go to the polls in less than a month, don't look at the party. Those days are gone. It's not a partisan issue. You better vote for who's going to help you and help your people and keep your people working.
Take care of coal. That takes care of your job.
We can win this war on coal. We can roll back these regulations. We can get manufacturing jobs back in the United States.
This administration went looking for a war, and they found it right here in coal country. We will win the war on coal. You can count on it.